Hi Capricorn, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at whatever you need to know, any important messages that want to come on out for you. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Every single like and comment and subscribe, it really does help support the channel. Being such a small, non-monetized channel, I really do rely on all your support. So thank you so much. And this week I've got the magical messages from the Fairies Oracle. The Lenormand deck we have this week, we have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and I also have here the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. Okay, getting into it for you, Capricorn. Capricorn. Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know right now? Capricorn Collective, what's going on for the Capricorn Collective? What does Capricorn Collective need to know right now, please? Oh, interesting. Okay, one more for Capricorn. I've been getting that message for myself a lot. Okay. It's telling me... it's telling me it's different to the title. Okay, Capricorn. Firstly, we have the new home card. Okay, but I feel like for majority of you within the collective, this is not actually talking about your physical home. This is something that you feel is home. Like home is where the heart is what I'm getting. That it's like something or someone that feels like home. But it says here, moving is a step in the right direction for you. So, and with the next card I'm seeing, moving in a new direction, moving forwards, is a step in the right direction. Moving like a new home base, a new direction, basically. We have walk away. Okay, so I feel like the example of this being a house is kind of relevant either way, because there is maybe one or two of you where this is talking about actual housing. So for some of you, you may actually be moving soon, and there may be a new direction that is actually a better direction for you to move into here, a better home kind of energy, walking away from this current home. So I do feel as though this is kind of like this energy of like I'm going to use that house as an example, okay? But please keep in mind that it is not a physical house for majority of the collective. It's something or someone. But this house that you've been in, there's cracks in the walls, there's a leak in the bedroom, there's the shower doesn't work properly, the house is old and needs a really good paint and needs renovations. Moving is a step in the right direction because all of a sudden you don't have to worry about renovations or broken tiles or cracks in the walls and leaks in the rooms. Everything, you're moving in, like you move from this old cracked up house to a new house that is like nearly brand new, and all of a sudden you don't have to worry about all these things that you've been worrying about in the past. So, currently it's like you're used to that. You're used to worrying about the leak in the roof, and you're like, oh, it's raining, I better go get my buckets, and I have to put that bucket here and this bucket there, and you're used to this cycle. Whatever this is, you're used to how things are. And then when you move in this new direction, you're like, this new house, you're like, oh, it's raining, I better go get my buckets. Oh, I don't need to get my buckets. it's like I'm just feeling this moment of where it's like when once you actually move in this new direction, at first you're a bit unsure. I'm so used to this old house. Moving into a new house, it's a big deal moving. I've got to pack all my stuff and then you get into this new house and you're like, all of a sudden you have this like come to Jesus moment where you're like, I don't have to get my buckets out. How good is that? I don't have to worry about the fact that it's raining all of a sudden. That used to be something that I'd be at work and I'd be like, oh shit, I'm going to go home to a giant puddle because I'm at work, so I can't put the buckets out. Um, so I feel like all these plans that these things that you've been just climatized to planning for and working around, all of a sudden you're not having to do that anymore, and it's like, wow, this is so good. Like, it's like this moment down the track here where it's like, wow, walking away from that old home is actually a really good move. Like, it's actually worked out really well. Because that walk away card, it does say, leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So it really wants to throw in these house references for you at the moment, Capricorn. Well, like Capricorn, very tend to be a sign that does work really well with physical analogy. So I kind of feel like for some of you, this is really good analogy for you, because you're like, you move to this new house and all of a sudden, the doors don't stick. They just open. You don't have to jiggle your key to get the door to open. New doors that open for you, they're automatic. But yeah, leaving that unhealthy situation and enjoying the new. Okay, we also have the holiday card here. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going on a huge big holiday or anything like that, although, you definitely could be. But it's like kind of just getting away from it all, getting away from all these problems at that old house. It really reveals some new stuff too. I keep wanting to swear today, Capricorn. I'm sorry. It keeps revealing things to you and new doors opening for you and new energy and the answers you're looking for can be found during a vacation. And I feel like for a lot of you, that vacation is just, going to the nail salon and taking some time out of your day to just go and get your nails done, or, go to the spa and just chill. That can be like a holiday, going and having a luxurious bath or something like that. A holiday in your mind is what I'm picking up here. That energy of, oh, I'm on a beach, regardless of what's going on around you. But I'll clarify all of this, of course, because it's wanting to come out in analogies for you today, Capricorn. It's not wanting to be very straightforward. Okay, clarify this message for Capricorn, please. What does Capricorn need to know right now? But yeah, some of you legit might be moving into a brand new home, walking away from that old home and walking into a holiday. I'm getting a similar energy for all the earth signs today, where it's like, no news is good news kind of thing, where it's nothing huge and dramatic going on. It's like, kind of, once again, I'm getting like bit of a transitional period for you here. I was picking that up for Taurus as well, that transitional period. I think it was Taurus I was picking that up for. Because it just wants to be very straightforward with this message, but also working in analogies somehow as well. And it's just not wanting to fully clarify here. Firstly, we have the fish. Capricorn, we love to see this. This is the abundance card. Wealth, money, okay? So it's coming through with the anchor. So, when we're seeing those two together, we're seeing messages coming through like, the burdens of, the weight that's been holding you back financially is now sort of being lifted, and you're actually able to keep very stable and secure, that you can actually depend on abundance and wealth around you at this sort of time. We are seeing a progression that the fish is 34 and the anchor is 35 in the deck. So we do definitely see a progression for you, so that your money is becoming more stable, more secure, which is a good thing. It doesn't need to weigh you down anymore. That any money issues not weighing you down as much. You can rely a lot more on your sense of wealth and money. Okay, so that seems to be pretty straightforward there. We do also have the heart coming through with the snake. So, so I'm getting multiple things here. I do just want to add to the fish and the anchor there, that may be connected to that new home energy, because you're not having to pay for buckets. You're not having to, pay extra money to fix the walls, pay for all those renovations. So your money is stabilizing and becoming more reliable in this new energy for you, with that analogy. So walking away from that past house is turning out to be a really good energy for you. So whatever that unhealthy situation is, whether it's an actual house or whether it's got to do with this, it could be, for some of you, it could be like something that feels like home, or someone that feels like home. For some of you, it may be an unhealthy family dynamic. The home sometimes can refer to family stuff as well. So walking away from that situation into a new direction, definitely working out for you here. But then moving on to the heart and the snake. Rambling a little bit today, I know, sorry. But this is something a little bit different. This is showing me there's the snake sometimes can talk about self-deception, or a deception, or betrayal. So it feels like, once again, for some of you, this is connected to that old house analogy, that's the reason you're moving away from this unhealthy house because someone that you love has betrayed you, or has been a little bit deceitful. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was a huge betrayal or a huge deceit, but you're kind of starting to see the truth of something, or understanding that somebody has been a little bit deceitful about how unconditional their love is. Someone is trying, in the past you thought someone had unconditional love for you, but you're kind of now realizing that, hang on, maybe they don't love me the same way that I love them. So it feels like that deception is kind of lifting and moving you forward. You need a holiday, get away from that a little bit here. And for others of you, this is actually quite literal for some of you as well, talking about, love and sex. This snake can sometimes talk about passion and desire and physical intimacy. And so both of those cards together, it could be talking about something where you have a lot of desire and love for something here. I'm just going to clarify that. Can we just clarify the heart and the snake for Capricorn, please? But I do still feel that it is connected to something that you're kind of walking away from here. We have the dice and the clouds. Okay, so it's kind of like you're rolling the dice by walking away, letting them fall where they may. It may be feeling like high risk, high reward. It might be feeling like this is, you're running the gambit. You're taking a big chance to move out on your own, move away from this security of family, if that's the case for some of you here. And you've been overthinking it. You've been stuck in your thoughts about this, but you need to do this because it's been unhealthy for you. So it's kind of like, don't overthink it. Just throw the dice and see where things fall. Try not to overthink it, because the more that you get stuck up in your head overthinking all the negative potential consequences here, the more confused and clouded your judgment is going to be with this situation. Advice for Capricorn at this time. Advice for Capricorn at this time. Like I said, your reading today, Capricorn, it's not really wanting to tell me too much. It's like being very mysterious. Advice for Capricorn at this time, please. Ooh. Okay, so your advice, we have the book. This is all just part of your story. This is, you're the author of your story. You can write the next chapter to be whatever you want it to be. And you're focusing on, writing in, the plot twists that you need to, make the story exactly how you want it to be. That this is the story of you, Capricorn, and it's up to you. Where do you want this story to go? Where do you want this book? How do you want this book to read? It's kind of like asking you to enter into the unknown and understand that this is just the next chapter of your life. It's not the be all and end all. You can always, you can always rewrite that, or you can always, bring in another plot twist. If you're not happy with how it starts going, you can always rewrite that and change the characters or whatever. We do have the fox as well here. This is being very clever and intelligent about the way that you're approaching things, doing what you need to do for your self-survival, okay? Looking after yourself first and foremost. So saying what you need to say, doing what you need to do, saying what you need to say and doing what you need to do. It may not always be the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay? Because when you say what you need to say, like saying, it's more like saying what people need to hear. So you're being very smart and clever about the way that you're approaching things and telling people things because you're at the end of the day you need to make sure that you're okay. And so if you're back to the house example, if you're moving houses and you're wanting to move into a new house and you've got to get rid of that old house, you're telling them what you legally need to say for the the house reports and those sorts of things. But if it's not coming up on the house report, you don't feel the need to mention it. It's like you just buy the house. Like, oh, it's a great neighborhood. Focusing on, it's like, because it is the car salesman of the cards here. So it's like you're focusing on all the really good points. Okay, I'll tell you about this house. It's like it's a very sturdy build. It's the carpets are fantastic. I only replaced the carpets recently. You're not telling them that you replaced the carpets because there was this horrible leak and all this sort of stuff. And you're like, oh, the neighborhood is great. We're really close to the school. You're zoned for this really great school. You're not going to tell them that the neighbors are trashy and that, that the neighbors are going to cause them trouble. There's a Karen that lives 2 doors that way. You're not telling them those details because you're looking out for your own best interests first. Okay, so it's not hiding, lying, it's not manipulation. It's just being very clever about the way that you're approaching things and selling, not selling yourself short. All right. Especially too, we have the clover here as well. So the clover and the die are both, the same energy. It's that taking a risk, taking a chance to really focus on, come what may. I feel is the message for you here, Capricorn. Not overthinking things, looking out for, self-preservation. Taking that holiday, taking a break for yourself, walking away from things that aren't serving you anymore, knowing that, you need to leave unhealthy situations that aren't serving you. And that's what's right for you, and that is okay. Take a chance. It feels like everything will work out okay, but you are being asked to take a chance here, take a risk. And it was one of the other earth signs actually got those 2 cards as well. So either Taurus or Virgo, if you've got strong placements in those, you might want to check those readings as well. Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn with romantic love? What does Capricorn need to know in regard to romantic love? Seeing Seeing a bit of a mixture here as well, Capricorn. I'm seeing what we're walking away from, but I'm also seeing some other energy as well. So the walking away from past kind of energy, we have not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear or ego issues, and jealousy. Feeling like you haven't been enough for someone or something or some new home. Okay, we have the runner as well. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to the ego. So that first one said fear or ego issues, and then this person's listening to their ego. They're the runner. So you've been involved in a runner chaser sort of dynamic probably here in the past. You may be concerned that if you do, back to that house reference, if you move house, am I running away from my problems? No, I don't feel as though you're walking away. You're not running away, you're walking away. I'm getting that now. I'm getting that. You're not you're not flying, you're falling with style out of Toy Story. So, it's that's what the fox energy is all about, though, is twisting things to make them a way for you to survive. Okay, so you're not falling. You're hang on. You're it's kind of the other way for you. I feel, Capricorn. You're not falling. You're flying. Like you're not falling with style. You're flying. So you're a little bit doing what you need to do, telling yourself whatever you need to get things done. This other energy here, heart with a key. Okay, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. So for those of you who are single, there might be somebody coming up for you once you change that direction and remove that unhealthy stuff. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wants to date. So there definitely might be someone coming in for you soon, Capricorn. It's very dependent, though, on leaving this unhealthy situation that you find yourself in or that you have been in, changing direction, moving into that new house. So I hope that helps you guys. Like it's like I said, it's not wanting to really be super clear for you today, Capricorn, and the only way I'm able to describe all this for you is that analogy of this house. So it may be somehow relevant to what's going on for you, but leave me a comment, let me know, check your other placements, of course, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.